I traded a ton of tickets yesterday. We talked about most of them in the after hours chat. I'll go through them one at a time. Um, I traded SPY and Qs. I had a really specific question about entries and exits, and I entered quite a few times on SPY before it really took off for me. So I'll make a separate video about that, but just in terms of calculating what I traded, when and why. So SPY and Qs, I'll do a separate video on. Yesterday I traded Nvidia. I trade Nvidia practically every day. Let's look at why I traded yesterday. Obviously, we still have an inside week. However, yesterday we had a really fun, I want to say 30-minute. And again, I should really make these videos the day of because I forget. But frankly, if you go back in the chat, I'm pretty much tell you what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. Yeah, it was a 15 and I think 30-minute ad. But yeah, go back in the chat and I'm sure I mentioned Nvidia. Let's see, entry here. And let me clean up a few things. Well, I guess just that really. I guess I can take these off. Okay, cool. So we had this situation. Inside 15 was my initial entry. Inside 30 up was my ad. And if you look at the hour, it was looking like this. I just got kicked out of Nvidia today and it's just an inside hour. Like there's no reason for me to get out. So I feel like this is going to be annoying and it's going to go up. Yeah. And Tesla. I should probably do these videos when the market is closed. Yeah, shit. I got kicked out of both of those. I have runners, but it's just not the same. Yeah, this is actually extremely disappointing. What's happening here on Tesla. Okay, so focusing on yesterday, Nvidia. I mean, that's what I did. I don't really know what questions you have. Like, this was my entry. This was my ad. I just rode the wave. It went all the way to ADR. This sort of stuff at the end of the day, like, doesn't really affect me. Nvidia was a beautiful inside day yesterday. So my expectation was for it to either gap up and go or gap up and fill that little gap and then keep going. So it gapped up. I took profit at open, came all the way back down, and then I just added to it on this 15 today. And again, no real reason to get out. It's so early in the day right now. It's almost noon, and getting kicked out of this trade means that I'm just looking at the wrong time frame. Like I must have been eyeing the 5 and I really should be eyeing a higher time frame. No reason for me to get out of anything, right? This 15 hasn't even closed, so I can't even count it against me because it hasn't closed. So that's annoying. Yesterday I also traded Amazon. So that's 3 tickets down, 10 more to go. Well, actually 11 more to go of what I traded yesterday. Amazon was a pretty clear long yesterday. If I can find the open, I believe it was a very clear long on the 30. Yeah. So, beautiful 30-minute entry. And then it also had an inside hour, if I recall. Yeah, double inside hour. This was my ad. And really, a lot of the questions I'm getting, it just sounds like a lot of people just benefit from slowing down, right? Like, I know there's a lot of chatter right at the open because everything is so volatile and it's exciting and fun, but you don't have to trade the first 30 minutes or even the first 15 or really the first hour, right? Like, just take your time. So this was the 3-2-30, got in, and it went up. Like, I don't really know what more to say about all of that. So I swung Amazon as well. Amazon killed it right out of the gate, triggered the week, and I exited somewhere around when it came back down below the weekly trigger. So yeah, that's what I did on that. If you look at the day, I don't have much to say. So I traded that. And the reason why I traded so many tickets is because everything was setting up, right? Like, there's no reason for me to not take a trade because I'm in other trades. If the setup is there, it makes sense, it looks right, I'm going to take it. Okay, XYZ. We talked about this on Sunday in our weekend session. It's a great setup. Like, I don't know really what more to say about it either. If you look at the week, if you really zoom out, look at the month, which I'm not going to do for you, but if you do that, you will see just the trajectory of XYZ. I can zoom out on the week here. You can just see, right, all of this up here that we need to get through. We hit the bottom of Browning Formation, and there's no reason to be getting out of XYZ. I know there was a couple questions about it yesterday, like, when should I exit? And, like, if you're just looking at the hour, you shouldn't be. If you're looking at the 30, you shouldn't be, right? So my entry on XYZ was when the day flipped green. So right there. I think it was on the 3, if I recall correctly. But regardless, that was my first entry. Second entry was off of this 30-minute failed 2. And then my last ad was off of this inside hour, right? And I'm holding XYZ. Like, there's no reason for me to get out. It gapped this morning. I took some profit, and now it's just going back up to those highs. Yeah, I'm holding this all week, most likely. What do I want to see this week? Like, it hit this target. I really want to see 66.90. And yeah, especially going back to the question of when you should exit. If you have monthly contracts, it's the beginning of the month. Like, what are you getting out for when you have all this space up here, right? So it's obviously, like, up to, like, personal preference and all that, but in terms of, is the chart telling me to exit? The answer is no. Okay, so I traded that. What else did I trade? Let me pull up my sheet. Oh, AMD. I said in the weekend chat, this double inside week, I was going to play it regardless. Like, I just didn't care. So what happened yesterday was AMD went red to green really quickly. Let me see if I can find it. I think, or I know, I traded it on the 5. So, and I don't know if I should maybe break these videos up, but this was all me yesterday. The moment that the day went green, I got in. Because again, this was me, like, very aggressively double inside week. I'm trading this stock regardless, right? And if I know what sector it's in, right? I know AMD is a chip that's in SMH, that's MU, that's Nvidia, that's TSM, right? Like, I know that those stocks are going to move. So I was also looking at SMH for this, just to help give me direction. And then your ad on this, I think it was a really beautiful 30-minute, was it? Oh no, it's not beautiful, but I did add it here on this 30 because it was actually quite difficult to get into AMD yesterday. So there is that. What else did I trade? Oh, I chased the hell out of Meta. Look at how beautiful Meta is. And I was really sad to have missed the real shindig here, right? Because this is Friday's candle. You have a perfect daily actionable signal here, right? So I just was paying attention to too many things at one time, which ultimately is why I missed that on Meta. And this isn't technically a chase. Like, I would have preferred to have gotten in here on the daily trigger, but I got in on the inside 30, right? So it's fine. Like, I'm not upset about it. Wait, sorry. This inside 30. No, that's right. I know it was an inside 30. Yes, okay. So yeah, it's this one. This inside 30 is where I got in Meta. Sorry about that. And so yeah, it shot up out the gate. Yeah, there's really not much to say about it there. I do want to turn on this indicator. It'll be helpful, I think, as I go through all of these. What else did I trade yesterday? Oh, D-Dog. Thanks to Cardillion, who mentioned it this weekend. I traded D-Dog. Beautiful 3 candle yesterday. And again, honestly, all you got to do is take your time. Look at this. Perfect 30-minute entry. I don't have to look at anything else, right? So if you're feeling rushed or you're feeling like a lot of things are happening in the morning time, they are, but you don't have to rush it. Look at this. 3-2-30 in. Inside hour, add. Done. Right? And so that's what I did across the day. Mostly 30s and then hourly ads. I'm not going to go through all of it just because it's getting long, but yeah, that was the day. I'm not quite sure the direct questions that people are wanting answered. But I do want to press that if the setup is there, if you understand the strat, if you know where your target is and you know where you're going to exit, get into the trade, right? Like there's no reason to not trade it. Let me look back at this. Honestly, I hope these things are down, but they're not. Yeah, really gutted I got kicked out of this today. And this. No reason. Look at the 30s. So what is this telling me? This is telling me I had my stops way too tight and I was likely over leveraged. Because when I'm over leveraged, I tighten my stops. Because obviously I don't want to lose money. Completely unnecessary to exit. Look. I'll put it on this for you. Let's do this. Where is Nvidia going? Back to all-time highs. How do I know that? If I zoom out here, look at my Bronning formations. All right. Look at this. This line is what you want to be looking at, right here. Okay. So if I know that, right? This is the bottom of the Bronning formation. It wicked it. It hammered. This was that 3,000% trade happened in this month. There's no reason for me to think or believe that Nvidia is turning around, right? So if this is my ultimate, I don't know if I'd say all-time high is my ultimate target because my Bronning formation's up here, but this would be a big target to hit. Why am I getting out of Nvidia? There's no reason. So I know it's going up. What indication do I have that it's reversing back down? Literally none. This is why we let candles close, right? So, and this is why we zoom out. So if I'm zoomed in and I see this, right? I see this live candle, it goes red. I'm like, oh shit, oh no, no, no. Just zoom out. What does that look like? Okay, it looks like the 30 is also going down. Okay, what does the hour look like? Because I know it's going up. It has all month to go to where I want it to go. The hour's still inside, so why am I worried? I'm not sure. So I go back and look and I say, oh, if the 30's down here, the 30 hasn't even closed. I go back and look. If the 15's down here, the 15 hasn't even closed. So what am I worried about? You got to let candles close before you take action,